If you've ever searched for events happening this weekend or wanted to see what things are going on in the city that you're traveling to, chances are you've come across Google Events. Events data is at the heart of so many social media apps, and gathering events data from many different sources can be tricky. Thankfully, Google aggregates the most relevant results from the web, and with SerpApi, you can scrape all of this data in a clean, simple-to-use JSON object. This will allow you to easily supply your app or train your AI models with accurate, real-time information from the web. Today, I'll show you how to scrape all of this event data with only a few lines of code. I'll give you a demo using our online playground and then show you how to do the exact same thing using code. Before we get started, make sure that you created a free account on SerpApi.com so that you can get access to 250 free search credits. Next, head to our online playground. You can find it by going through our documentation and clicking playground, or by clicking the link in the description. Just ensure that when you're in the playground that the engine is set to Google_events. All you need to do is enter your specific search query here the way that you would do on Google itself. So let's see what music events are happening in my city, which is Vancouver. Within about a second, you should be able to see the JSON response here on the right-hand side. By the way, if speed is really important to your application, all of SerpApi's plans come with optional performance add-ons. The JSON data that you get back will contain all the information you see here on the left-hand side, such as the title of the event, date, address, and ticket information. The results that you get back from SerpApi should also pretty much reflect what you would see if you did the search on Google's own events page. There could be slight differences since Google does personalize results, but for the most part, they should be the same. In most cases, you're probably going to want to filter your results by either date or type. In order to do so, all we need to do is enter a value for the HTI chips parameter. For example, if you wanted to only filter for events happening this week, you just enter the string date:week. And as you can see, the results returned to us are all occurring within the next week. You can also combine multiple filters by separating them with a comma. So for example, if you wanted to get events that are happening tomorrow and the next month, this is the string that you would enter. Now I'll show you how to do the same thing using JavaScript so that you can integrate this API into your code base. I'll assume that you've got Node and a basic project set up. If not, check out this video that will take you through all the steps of setting up a basic project. And of course, make sure that you've copied over your API key from your dashboard and paste it into your env file. By the way, our online playground has a handy export to code feature that's going to let you copy the API call in many different popular programming languages and paste it directly into your code. But for this tutorial, let's just write it out. All we need to do now is simply make the call to SerpApi by using the imported function getJSON. And since getJSON is an asynchronous function, we'll also use the await keyword. For the Google Events API, there are 3 required parameters. The first one, of course, is our API key. The next one is engine. And today that's going to be Google Events, since we want to get event data types back, not just regular Google search results. Finally, we have Q, which stands for query, and that is the query that we want to retrieve search results for. Similar as before, let's look for music events in Vancouver. Let's also wrap this function call into a try catch so that we can handle any errors gracefully if they happen. And if the API call is successful, as it should be, we'll just console log the data.events results array to see the events. Now let's run the file and see what we get. Okay, perfect. So it looks like we got data back without any errors, but for the sake of readability, let's just add some formatting. We'll print out the title, description, and date of the event. And as you can see, you get nearly the same result from SerpApi as you would if you did the same search on Google's events page. But with SerpApi, you get it in a nice, simple-to-use JSON. Another feature of this API is pagination. By default, Google returns 10 results per call. To get results for a second, third, fourth page and beyond, you simply have to include our start parameter. The start parameter essentially defines the number of results we want to skip, and that enables pagination. So if we wanted to say get the second page results, we would set the start parameter to 10. If we wanted to get the third page results, we would set it to 20, and so on. So let's save this and run it again. Now we get results from the third page. With an average response time of just over 1 second and a 99.8% success rate, SerpApi's simple-to-use APIs dominate the web scraping market with unmatched reliability and performance. SerpApi makes pulling data from the web insanely easy, and you no longer have to waste time dealing with Google's changing layouts, getting IP blocked, or having to solve CAPTCHAs. If you have any questions at all, leave me a comment below or contact us at contact@serpapi.com. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Bye-bye!